Hey everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Monday Breakthrough. A couple of weeks back, I was just dumb scrolling through Instagram as we all do way too often, and while we usually complain about the algorithm, this time it actually got it right. It showed me a post that made me stop scrolling altogether. I liked it, left a comment, and clicked on the profile. At first, it really looked like one of those generic quote accounts, but since I really loved that first post, I decided to take a closer look, and within this black and white feed, I found something unexpected: real wisdom. Nothing about the account was generic or bland. It was thoughtful, rich, and full of perspective. Right away, I knew I had to reach out to Matt, the guy behind the page. And it turns out a lot of you were already following him. And somehow I'd never come across him until now. Blame the algorithm, I guess. So I messaged Matt, and to my surprise, he replied right away. We talked, and I'm happy to say that Matt Goatsman will be joining me this Friday for another live session here at the Type Convo. But let's go back to the first post I saw. Did you know that Frank Sinatra recorded over 1,300 songs and only 209 of them were the hits? That's just 16%. Babe Ruth had 8,399 at-bats and only 714 were home runs, about 8.5%. Pablo Picasso created more than 150,000 pieces of art, and less than 1% of them are widely known. Emily Dickinson wrote 1,800 poems, but only 10 were published during her lifetime. And Vincent van Gogh painted over 900 pieces, but only sold one painting while he was alive. Naturally, this made me look at the stats of my own work, my fonts. I've published over 100, and would you believe some of them still have zero sales? I had no idea, really. And only about 10% have become truly popular. And that made me realize something. We live in a world obsessed with outcomes, the hit song, the best-selling book, the viral post. But when you dig a little bit deeper into the stories of these people, what you find is not perfection, is not popularity. You find persistence, you find volume, you find invisible work that went unnoticed for years, sometimes forever. The myth of the masterpiece makes us think greatness shows up in a single bold moment. But for people like Beethoven, who sketched out over 20,000 ideas, or Da Vinci, who filled 13,000 notebook pages and had only 20 big discoveries and projects that ended up being real projects. For them, it wasn't about one moment, it was about repetition, quiet practice, endless drafts. The ratio of success to effort is wildly uneven for these people, even for the best. And what really stands out is the emotional resistance it must have taken. Imagine Van Gogh sold just one painting, just one. I mean, the internal stories he had to fight, the doubt, the silence, the lack of validation, and yet he and so many others kept going. They trusted the work more than the applause. Today, we really don't remember those bad moments they had. We remember the moments when the world finally caught up. So maybe it's time to redefine how we see success. Maybe it's not about how many people see our work, but our willingness to keep showing up. These stories definitely remind us that the ratio doesn't matter nearly as much as the rhythm. Our rhythm. Most of what we make may never be seen by more than a few hundred people, if we are lucky. But creating builds something else. Skill, clarity, momentum. If Sinatra needed 1,000 songs to get to the ones that mattered, maybe we need 100 drafts, 100 tries, 100 days in the arena. And in the end, the lesson is strikingly simple. Mastery isn't the absence of failure. It's what happens when we stop fearing it. The goal isn't to be perfect, it shouldn't be. It's to stay in motion, to keep designing, writing, painting, recording, building, showing up, even when no one's watching. Especially when no one's watching. Because those small, unseen efforts, they stack up. And eventually, a few of them stick. You just don't get to know which one's ahead of time. So here's your Monday breakthrough. Don't wait to be perfect. Don't wait to be ready. Don't wait to be recognized. Create, swing, share, and repeat. Your masterpiece might be the next one, or it might happen in 5 years, but you'll never know unless you keep going. I'll see you here next week, guys. Until then, stay creative, stay curious, and keep the combo going.